If I could travel back in time and meet the younger version of myself, the one stumbling through dates, constantly confused by women, feeling like he just didn't measure up, I wouldn't yell at him, or tell him to man up. No, I'd look him in the eyes, smile, and say, relax. You're about to learn the truth about attraction, and it will change your life forever. My dear brother, listen closely. Attracting women isn't some magical gift you're born with. It's not about being rich, tall, or having a chiseled jawline. Attraction is a skill, one that anyone can learn. The fact that you're single, frustrated, or unsure of yourself right now doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you haven't been taught how this game is really played. The first truth I need you to tattoo onto your mind is this: never, ever take your failures with women personally. It's not your fault. You've been lied to. Social media is flooded with influencers saying things like, you need 6 figures, 6-pack abs, and 6 feet of height. Forget that noise. Those ideas keep men stuck in insecurity. They're not just wrong, they're toxic. I wasn't born some Casanova. I didn't grow up wealthy. I didn't have women chasing me. But the moment I dove deep into understanding female psychology, how women actually experience attraction, everything changed. I went from being invisible to magnetic. Why? Because I finally saw behind the curtain. I realized attraction isn't about what you have, it's about how you make her feel. And if you're paying attention to the world around you, you'll start to notice the same thing. Average-looking guys, guys with normal jobs, guys without flashy lives, walking confidently beside stunning women. These men didn't win the genetic lottery. What they've tapped into is something deeper, something primal. They understand how to connect on an emotional level, and that is the essence of real attraction. Here's the deal: if you're still watching this, you're probably tired of guessing. Tired of overthinking every text, every date, every rejection. You don't need more rejection, you need a new lens. One that helps you see women not as puzzles to be solved, but as emotional beings to be understood. Let's flip the script. Every conversation you have with a woman is going in one of 2 directions, toward sex, or toward commitment. Most men don't realize this. But here's the power move: you get to decide which path it takes. That's not wishful thinking, it's biology. If you're chasing a quick hookup, you place her on a pedestal. She becomes the prize, you're the one pursuing. But if you're aiming for something deeper, emotional intimacy, connection, a real relationship, you shift the power. You become the prize. Why? Because commitment is your currency. And it's a rare one. So how do you embody that power? It starts with your subconscious. Step 1. Stop telling yourself that all you want is sex. Because if that's the story you're running in the background, every word, every action, every text will come off as needy. Step 2. Believe, deeply, unapologetically, that you are the prize. Now let's unpack this. Being sexual is confident, grounded, adult. You flirt, you tease, you enjoy desire, but you're not ruled by it. Being horny, on the other hand, is frantic. It's desperate. It's that needy energy of a man who's starving for validation. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who's trying too hard to get something from a woman. Women don't run from men who desire them, they run from men who put them on a pedestal and chase with neediness. Be the man who is interested, not dependent. Be the man who chooses her, not the one who needs her to choose him. That energy? It's electric. It pulls her in without you saying a word. And that leads us to one of the most powerful truths I can give you. You are the prize. You bring value. Your time, your presence, your attention, they're not free giveaways. When you hand those things out like candy just because she's pretty, she won't value them. Humans don't treasure what they get too easily. Let me give you a warning. The friend zone is not a safe zone, it's a trap. We've all been fed the fantasy of the nice guy who patiently waits, proves his loyalty, and one day wins the girl's heart. But in the real world, once she sees you as just a friend, that's who you'll always be. The moment you try to shift that dynamic, she feels betrayed, and pulls away. Why? Because your behavior never signaled attraction. You weren't honest about your intentions. You didn't communicate desire. And if you don't spark that emotional connection early on, you become her therapist, her cheerleader, her asexual emotional support. Don't fall into that role. Another critical mistake? Compliments. I know, you think telling her she's beautiful makes her feel special. But here's the hard truth, she's heard it 1,000 times. From guys at work, on the street, online, it's constant. You're not standing out, you're blending into the white noise. Compliments, when used too soon or too often, signal that you're placing her above you. And the moment she feels that, her attraction dips. Women are drawn to men who see value in themselves, who offer their attention with discernment. So instead of leading with praise, lead with curiosity. Challenge her, make her qualify herself to you. And here's where most guys completely miss the mark. They try to win her with logic. They explain, they justify, they drop achievements and try to impress. But attraction isn't logical, it's emotional, it's instinctual. A woman doesn't choose a man because of facts, she's pulled to him by how he makes her feel. So when you brag, flex, or overshare in hopes of impressing her, what she really hears is, I'm insecure. Please like me. But the man who doesn't need to prove anything, the one who listens more than he talks, who stays calm under pressure, who brings emotional presence to every interaction, that's the man who lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends. Now, do you need to be a bad boy? No, that's another myth. What women are really drawn to is certainty, emotional strength, a man who's grounded in himself. You can be kind, respectful, generous, and still insanely attractive. But never mistake niceness for value. Niceness is expected, power is respected. So if you're feeling stuck, lonely, or like love is always out of reach, hear me when I say this, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken, but maybe your approach is. And the best part? That's fixable. Change your actions, shift your mindset, learn the emotional language of attraction, and you'll discover that everything you've ever wanted with women was never about luck or looks, it was about understanding. You've got this, and I'm right here with you.